Hey, what's up guys, Well Customs here, and today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends. This is the Avengers Infinity War Iron Man figure from the BAF of Thanos. But he does not come with a Build-A-Figure piece. Alright, so this is another Iron Man movie figure, and I have to say though, I was kind of hesitant of getting this because I had enough with movie Iron Man figures, but this one ain't that bad. Alright, so first off, let's take a look at accessories. Now, he doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece for Thanos, but he does come with extra hands, and this is very similar to the Invincible Iron Man, the comic book one we just had a month ago, where he has blaster hands, which is not bad. Always good to have that. They have little accessories that go in there too, the blasters and stuff like that, the effects. But these don't have any articulation. There's no wrist joint in them, so that's something new that they started to roll out in the last Iron Man figure, and it's something to get used to because I actually forgot there wasn't a joint here, and I was trying to pull it down and I almost snapped the joint. So always be aware of that. But yeah, not that bad. You know, you can get your standard poses with him shooting something or flying, so it's always nice to have. I guess they assumed people would always do this anyway, so there was no need to have a joint there. Save money as well, probably, so that's probably why they took the joint out. Alright, so let's take a look at Iron Man up close and personal, and actually it's not that bad looking. It's pretty good looking armor. It's a little bit more advanced. I believe it's after the Bleeding Edge armor, if I'm correct. I could be wrong though. But yeah, where the bleeding... Is it the Bleeding Edge armor? I hope I'm saying that right, but you guys know what I mean. So it's not bad. It's not your typical looking Iron Man suit that we have seen like 4 times in a row for 4 different waves. A little more sleeker looking, a little bit more organic, if you want to say that too. I'm pretty sure all the armor comes flying out of nowhere or just magically goes on him. You know, who knows what they make up in the movies now. But overall, I do like it. You know, he's not as robotic looking anymore. It's more of a specific shape. You can see like curves and everything like that, so it's a little bit different compared to your usual Iron Man suit from the movies, which I like. It's the reason why I got this is because it's a little bit more refreshing to see a new sculpt, new body. You know, I feel like the last 3 were all the same. They kept on changing colors or adding something different in the center. Who knows? But this is a little bit different. The head sculpt is brand new. And yeah, I do like it a lot. Just going over some more details, I just love the head sculpt right there. I love how this comes all the way back right here. It looks really nice, a little bit different. Paint-wise, I like the paint. You know, some people might not like this like marbling look in some of their figures, but I do like it for Iron Man. It makes his armor look kind of shiny looking, which is pretty nice. Going down, you do have some, I'm gonna say, details going in the crevices right here, which is pretty nice. They could have made that, you know. They could have done nothing, so it's always nice to see that right there. He has some nice light blue here and there. Same thing in his arc reactor right there. So yeah, it's pretty good. A lot of detail, there actually is a lot of detail in here, so it's pretty nice actually. See right here in the bottom here, they don't do any details in the crevices, so you see the difference. Alright, so now that we have a new figure, comes new articulation. So let's take a look at the articulation. So for articulation, he has a ball jointed head on a hinge, so it goes all the way up, which is fantastic. Flying poses, no problems there at all. It goes all the way down, which is nice, really far down. He's so sad. Left and right, no problems there. Not much of a pivot though, so that's pretty sad. The shoulders and hinge joints that rotate, so they go all the way around, no problems there. They go up about that much, not bad. Got some clicks right there. Bicep swivel, 2 points at the elbow, which is nice right there, and at the wrist he does have a hinge and a swivel. The fist hand has a hinge. Like I said before, the other ones do not have a hinge. Now going to the body right here, he has a ball joint in the upper abs right there, if you want to call it that. It goes all the way up, which is fantastic. Doesn't go forward that much though, so as a proper ab joint going forward, there's nothing really there, but it does swivel left and right and kind of pivots, so that's pretty good. Not bad at all. There is no waist swivel, but it does go up here, so you have that at least. For the hips right here, he has ball jointed hips, it looks like, or T-jointed hips, if you want to call it that. They go forward 90 degrees. That's finally nice to see in an Iron Man figure from the movies. You know, a lot of them back then can't even do this, so it's good to see that finally. Going back, doesn't go back that much, which is fine with me. Split-wise, it's fine. He's not doing any splits. Thigh swivel, 2 points at the knee. right there. No boot swivel at the ankle. At the ankle, he has a nice hinge right here, which is pretty nice and smooth, and he has a pivot right there. So it's pretty standard articulation for a Marvel Legends figure. Ab joint could be a little bit better, but I forgive it because it has a lot of rotation every other way, to be honest, so it's pretty nice. It's really nice to see nice proper hip joints as well on an Iron Man figure from the movies, and everything else is pretty good. Size comparison time. So here are some Iron Man figures I want to compare. This is a Mark V from Figma right here, and this is the more recent comic book version of Iron Man from a later wave right here, which I like a lot. But as you can see, he's not the tallest actually. I don't have any movie figure Iron Man figures to compare to because I hate them all. I really do, and I got rid of them. And, you know, yeah, so this is all I have. I only keep what I really like anyway. But this is by far my favorite Iron Man movie figure so far, so he might be a keeper. Looks pretty good. And height-wise, you know, he's not the tallest, but I'm fine with that anyway, and it's not a big deal to me. For another size comparison, here is Movie Cap right here, and here is Iron Spider, or Spider-Man, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, so Iron Man actually is a little bit shorter than Captain America, which I know some people will be a little bit mad about because he's in the whole suit and everything like that. So yeah, it's all about preference and how you feel about that right there. And for another size comparison, here is Thanos, the Build-A-Figure right there, and here is Ragnarok Thor. So he's definitely a lot smaller than both of them. Now, I don't know what happened to my Robert Downey Jr. head, but I do have this one at least. So we'll see how it looks like. I don't know if the ball joints are the same. And they are. Not bad. So that's how this head looks like with this body on. It's always good with an Iron Man figure, movie, or comic book. You can really interchange it, honestly. So it's not that bad looking. Pretty good, actually. Alright, so at one point in my life, I swore I would never buy a Marvel Legends Iron Man movie figure again. But this one actually isn't that bad, so I got it. And also because of the sale at Toys R Us, had to. But anyway, it's not bad. I do like it actually. It's pretty good. A little bit different compared to the last ones we had. A little more organic looking. Definitely a better body sculpt as well. So it's something new, which is always good to have. A couple of gripes I have about it, but this is something either you can't fix or you could fix. For one thing, this leg right here is a little bit warped out of the box. You know, you could always just straighten it out. No problems there, but just be aware of that. Also, another thing I noticed with this figure is that he can't bring his arms in all the way, like inward, which is not horrible. I mean, on camera, it actually doesn't look that bad. But like if you compare it to other Iron Man figures, where like you clearly see that this one goes in more. I don't know. It's a nitpick. I don't even know if I'm gonna put this in the video, but it's something I noticed that I feel like I wish his arms could go in just a little bit more. But I'm looking at it on camera, it doesn't look that bad, so maybe I'm just crazy. But yeah, other than that, I like it. I like the, what are we going to call this? I like the color scheme, looks pretty good. I like how they have the marbling on the armor as well. It's not everywhere, just on the chest it looks like. The arms look pretty much normal looking. But definitely on the chest you can see it, and I think it gives a nice shine to the armor, which is pretty good. Sculpting wise, I love the head sculpt, it looks good too. The helmet, that is. There's something new, which is always good to have. And articulation is fantastic as well. It's nice to have proper hip joints on the figure. Ab joint, you know, is forgivable like I said before, but everything else is fantastic. Shoulders, biceps, everything's good. So yeah, it's actually a nice looking figure. It really is. Alright guys, so that's about it. What do you guys think about it? Are you picking this one up? Remember, he does not come with a Build-A-Figure piece for Thanos, so you don't really need to get him if you don't want him. I know a lot of people are posting pictures of all the peg warmers of him, but he's not a bad figure. He really isn't. And that's about it, guys. So thanks for watching. Like always, comment, criticize, subscribe, do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at wildlandcustoms.com. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Peace!